Hey folks, welcome back to Timberborn and our Creators Let's Play, and hopefully you watched the little mini episode where we did a bit of an industry expansion, mainly around being able to produce the Wonder soon and increasing our bot production. That's up here once it's finished being built. So I'm now going to look at putting in the Fountain of Joy. What a wonderful thing that is. So that video was to test recording on my laptop because mainly the Timberpunk series, I'm having issues with lag on there because that's a big map. This one doesn't seem to be so much of a problem. So I'm not recording on my laptop for that one. Faff. Sorry if I'm sounding a little bit as usual. It's been a long day. They're all long days at the moment, but we rock on. So I want to put the Fountain of Joy somewhere around here, I think, because if I put it here, it covers our current accommodation, and we could maybe mirror the accommodation the other side as well. And it seems like kind of a sensible place to put it. And we can irrigate a relatively small area and gain benefit. Maybe we could irrigate. Let me just put it in. What I'm thinking is we could maybe fence off an area that's ever so slightly bigger. We probably need to move this guy. Which is not a massive problem, I don't think. The gatherer is there. What we could maybe do is, let's set you to be emptied. Let's grab one of them, set you to be chestnuts. Bring a couple of those over. I'm going to do, come on, rotate, pivot, get you there, grab you, bring you there. I was going to say O for ladders, but the game's just updated and I've had to strip out the more tunnels mod, and I did smart power just in case, because those are the two that usually are the ones I have to knock out to be able to carry on. That's why I limit the number of mods that I have in these Let's Plays. And then we're going to... Where is your grilled potatoes, your grilled spadadoc? Where's t'other grill? Let's find it the smart way. Grilled spadadoc. So you're there. So if I were a smart man, which I am not always, what we could do is get the appropriately sized platforms. Take up this good answer. No. Do that. Grab that. Copy that. Bring that over there. Have that set as an obtain. That will get rid of that. Yeah, I can build levees under there, so that'll be okay. That'll sort that little issuette out. They need metal blocks. Okay. Make metal blocks. Don't have scrap metal. Have I not turned the mine on yet? Yes, they don't have treated planks. You should be an obtain that's prioritized by haulers. We only have 9 treated planks in the district. Why do we only have 9 treated planks? What we built this used loads of treated planks up. Not entirely sure, but you know, okay. Let's crank it up to, turn it up to 3. Did we end up? No. So this is holding up. I had some suggestions about settings for this, or comments on the settings that I have for this. At the moment, we don't really know how to set these, and how much water this is going to provide. So it's a bit of a balancing act as to how I set these. We could have it all happen much earlier. Because we probably want water flowing through here. But we'll see. We'll see. You know, it's one of those things, isn't it? It's one of those things. So as we get a few more bots actually being produced, we will want to boticize these because we just didn't have enough spare bots at the time. Right, so you can go. And you can go. And we want to build some levees through here. Not like that though. That's awful. Oh, they got rid of one of the things that I hated as well, which was the that didn't work at all. The mouse up down affecting the layer. So well done, devs. Apparently it was not just me who hated that. Yeah, we'll do that. Then yeah, I want space to put swimming pools in, essentially. So we're going to need that for a path. And then well-being Lido, isn't it? Not a swimming pool. I know, I know. So that, so we'd need another 4 across there. If I did that, I could get rid of that one. Grab the Lido, bung it there. Do that, and then that means we need to come out along there. And just because it looks nicer, we'll make it square. And if we put that back and deleted that one tree, we could then have another one there. Or it'd actually be there. So let's do that. Like that. Quite like that. So next important bit. I'm going to get it all planned and then we'll worry about getting it built. I'm going to put that there. Let's get you as a priority. You will respect my priority. Come on, respect my priority. H for boom. Actually, probably going to need another one. I'm dropping it down because I don't want to put a tunnel in at this level. I want to put the tunnel one lower. We could put the sluice there, couldn't we? But I don't really want. I want to have the tunnel not under the trees. So I think really we do need to have the sluice be down in here, and we'll do what we've done with the other ones. And it's going to look messy with a stream gauge, isn't it? We might have to lose a couple of trees. A couple more trees, actually. Step it out. I could step it out. So what we could do is put that back. Tunnel there. And then drop down. Yeah, what I'm thinking is we put a double dynamite there. Bear with me, folks. Bear with me. We might not actually want to put that back yet. We might want that as access. So let's prioritize that. I want to get this tunnel thought about. These beavers are not going to be happy. Right. So we'd have a double platform there with an impermeable floor and a path. That'd have dirt and the sluice gate. It just looks a bit messy, I know. The alternative would be to lose an tree, which would look out of place. But we could put the gatherer on it, which I kind of like. Yeah, I like that better, actually. So we put dirt back there. We put the sluice gate there. We delete you as a priority. Means we also put dirt back there, but I'm not going to do either of those yet because we're going to need a tunnel. And then you become double dynamite. We'll put one of them there. We might need temporarily to put a platform and a path there. Each for boom. You're going to have a platform there with impermeable floor and one of you, but I put that the wrong way around because I'm a dummy. There. Yep. Cool. So once that's in, that guy, and you can get pause now because we've got loads of chestnuts. And then what we want to do is come down here to this level. And that's a level below the water tank, which is fine. So we can reopen the water tank over here with this. I know. I know. I appreciate your frustration. Your comment is important to us. We value your comment. Please continue to comment. There. 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 Is that going to be a single? Yes. There. There. Double. Single. There. 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 I'll get that built. So where are we coming in here? Landscaping, tunnel. We only need that to be a single wide tunnel. Way to go, yeah. Okay. Landscaping, tunnel. I guess the good thing is doing it deeper is we don't interfere with our river either. And actually that's perfect because then we can just delete. Actually, no, that just works. Yeah. That just works. And what we can do, because we're sneaky, because I don't want it to be backfilling until we're ready, is put the impermeable floor on the top from this side. Awesome. Cool. So that will get that going. We're gonna need a path. They can work on that. We can also have them work on that, which is going to take them forever. One of you pointed out very cleverly that we can't build that. So what we're going to do instead is get rid of that and that and that. We're going to put a 6x overhang and a double bridge. And that gets us to there. Another way. Same result, different approach. Thank you for pointing that out to me, because otherwise I'd have been sat wondering why they hadn't done the thing. So, yeah. Right. Let's prioritize this. Do we want them to go from both ends? Not really, because I do want that sealed. So I think we just accept that it's going to take a little while for them to tunnel in down that way. It's also going to take them a while to get that built, so that's fine. How are we doing for bots now? We are still short on bots. I guess because our metal is not really ramping up. That's because our mine is not really ramping up, and that's because we're short of treated planks. And we're now suffering from the fact that I picked a relatively small area to build our industrial complex. Oh, this got me when I was watching the editing. I thought I was missing a connection here, but no, we're not. Yeah, that got me. So, yeah, I mean, we don't really need this setup. So, we have ample power stored. So I think what we'll do is we'll get rid of this. Now they've extended that, we can also get rid of that. Yep, that'll help. Let's come back under here because we probably need to lay more pathage. At least we can lay more pathage. Awesome. We could recover metal from all of this as well. But let's not. We can recover metal from all of these. Which is a good thing. I was thinking we can put dirt in there now, can't we? Yeah, we can. I saw Skystorm posted on his community bit of YouTube that he's... I didn't realise he was on a bit of a break, but he's hoping to be back soon. He's been doing the old dreaded tax return first, which, yeah, not fun. Had to go through doing that as well last week. But then what we can do, and then, if we go storage, planks, do another one there as well. So if we do obtain planks, obtain pine resin, and treated planks supply, and then we'll come grab you, and we can put in a couple more of those there. You can grab the rules and put those there, and because we've got our zipline station there, we're not that far away, so that'll be okay. And we might want to start just making them up here. We've got a geothermal power point there, actually. That might be smart. Or do we smelt? Or we could process the metal there. I don't know. Or would we do a bit of both? Wood workshops use 250, so we could only run one. Could run one of each. That's looking slightly better. But I mean, I guess we're probably using a ton of resources now to build this guy. Yes, because it uses metal blocks and treated planks and planks. That's why our planks were low. Okay. Well, and we're building a whole load of tunnels, which also use planks. But what we can do now is... not you... you, so from there to there, we can recover a bunch of the planks, which is good. Get that going, that's going in, and it's going to give us a really nice well-being boost once it's in. I'm really pleased that this is holding up quite well. I mean, it's not quite irrigating these trees, but in terms of keeping this full, it's doing a great job. We could do with more wheat by the looks of it. So we maybe need to think about setting up an additional farm area, actually. This might be a good candidate for that. It's a nice big flat area we could flatten. So what we could do is, well, we probably want to keep that bit of path. And maybe add another bit of path off there. And maybe off there and there. If we take all of this down a layer, this was not at all on the plan for today, but it does look like we need more farmland, so more farmland we will look at making. Right, back under here. Extend this some more. Delete that. Delete those. How many more have we got to go? Not too many. Let's see if we can speed this up a little bit. We've got dynamite and extract and planks. So in theory, this should be relatively quick. And it's prioritized. So we'll keep deleting the tunnels as well. Yeah, and I say because bread's quite low as well, so yeah, we need more wheat by the looks of it, and sunflowers. And sunflowers are one. It's always hard to have a good stock of sunflowers, I found with folk tales, but you do what you can do for them, don't you? Got to look after your beaver, folks. You don't want a hungry beaver, and you've got to keep your beaver moist. And if you're not here for the dodgy jokes, then why are you even here? Right, let's delete that. 0.9 days left in the bad tide. Bad tide. We've caught up with how many bots we need at least, which is good. All right, let's delete the path. You can go. You can go. Reset that. They are almost there with that, which is nice. We then want to put in dirt there. We want to delete you and you. We want to put dirt there. We want to put a sluice gate there. We want to put the path on top there. We want to have that set as a close above downstream depth of, it'll be 0.5 once the dirt's in. And that'll all be wonderful. Let's come back over here. Actually, let's wait a moment. Let's prioritize building those. The dynamite field is not quite in, but getting there. Treated planks is going up, are going up. This is just hoovering up all of our metal at the moment. So that's the thing. Dirt block is in. Other dirt block is in. Sluice gate needs metal blocks. Come on, we can't open up the water from the other end because otherwise it will just be a mess. There we go. So now we can come over here. Come in here. We can delete this. That will let water through into here. Like that. There we we go. That will keep that nicely irrigated once it's built, which it is. Look at that, isn't it lovely? So we just need this to fill up to an appropriate depth. But it's working, so we can come in here. And all I'm going to do actually this time is delete you. That way, if we need to get back in here, it's easier because most of it's already built. Do that. Yes, I know if we had ladders, we could put them through. So this is filling up now. And I guess indirectly, we're keeping water flowing because the sluice gates are opening to let enough water in for the pumps. We need to delete the rules for this guy and pause it because he shouldn't need to do anything now. I guess he's quite quickly filling up. Says. I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see. We can always adjust it. We can always adjust it, folks. Obviously, this will fill and then start sending water through this way, which is fine. I think the only problem we potentially run into risk is here. But once this is a bit deeper, that should be okay. So this... I've just not built the path. Okay. There we go. So we're up to 52 well-being. Very nice. Before we think about building the Wonder, which needs 2,000 gears, which we don't quite have storage for, so let's address that. I would like to have enough storage for everything. So what I'm going to do is... I could put one there, couldn't I? Gears. So that will give us enough storage for gears. 2,000 treated planks. We don't have enough storage for that. That will give us enough storage for that. And 1,500 metal. We need another. We need storage for another 300 metal. So, maybe we come down here. I don't think this floods. I don't think that floods. No. I think we're okay building stuff on there. So, metal blocks there. Now, we've got to fill all of those, obviously, which is a challenge or an opportunity. But we can work towards that. We can work towards that. Getting bots going in everything is going to help. We have you're an explosives factory, not a paper mill. So I think probably it would be beneficial to be making books. How's our power grid holding up? Supply, yeah, we're okay. We could do that by cutting this and putting a few printing presses in here. I think maybe the way to do that would be to bring a path around the back. Bring that level up. And that lets us put a few more in. You've got bots. Yeah. So we can start to get bots making planks as well. Good. But that's partly why we should then think about having books being made, because we can increase the efficiency of our bots. And our waterfall is flowing, which means our reservoir is quite full. And now we'll be at the mercy of this for level. So the mercy, that sounds wrong, doesn't it? So that's cool. Water supply is looking good. So next steps. Farming. H for boom. Oh, that was quite the boom. And we'll have... Should I take that out as well? No. Have a ladder come down there. Don't like that sharp edge. So even though we're probably not going to farm it, I'm going to just like soften that a little bit. Path. Do we need the logs? Not really. So let's delete all of those. That's going in. Awesome. So we'll wait and see when we get in here as to whether we quickly take action or not. How big is this? Path gives us measure? Path gives us measure, right. So it is 31 by 27. So in theory, one might irrigate it, because it does a radius of 15. But I think we might be better to do 2 irrigation ponds. And realistically as things get in a game about post-apocalyptic beavers, so it looks like our reservoir is just about full. Give or take. We have got space over here. Each for boom. I think probably it would not be insane to do it with 2. And we could maybe then make more use of this area as well. So maybe we stagger them. and we come, that's 15 from there. And if I were to measure, that's 13, that's 12. I think somewhere there is the center of our first one. Like that. And those bits of path can go. And then that one says to me that we put the other one maybe there, and when we sit the farms on top of them. And then, yeah, that's purely aesthetic, because I just think the corners looked wrong. I don't think we're going to get this done before the next bad tide. H for boom. And then we want... Do I want to drop one of them down a little bit deeper? No. Okay, stream gauge. I know they don't need to be 3 deep. I just like to make them 3 deep. Food. So the farmhouse is a 3 by. Okay, so we can do farmhouse, fluid dump. So we go something like that. We can then delete that. You get a water tank, which is set to water and obtain. So you are farm 1 depth. Save you. If farm 1 depth greater than or equal to 2.6, pause. Actually, no, we can remove workers, save, duplicate, invert, script, and we want like 2.3, test. Yep, save and close. Awesome. H for boom. I will then do the same thing, but over here. So we'll do 3, 1. Grab you, put you there. Grab you, put you there. Grab you, put you there. We'll move the path to there. There. Grab you, put you there. Delete that path. You're going to be farm 2 depth. Save. If farm 2 depth greater than or equal to 2.6. No, I don't want you to pause buildings or do that. Come back to that. Where's our farms? Farms don't have any rules. Fair enough. I guess we'll create them then. We've got 1.6 days left, and they're just getting down here. So we won't do anything yet with the bots or with building in here. Let's assign some more bots to things like builders' huts. There we go. Starting to do stuff. So we want more wheat and more sunflowers, definitely. Sunflowers. And if ready to collect, greater than or equal to 1. Assign 3 workers. And we also want ready to plant. Save, script. Copy, no. Copy. So, or Control V greater than equal 1. Test, save, discard, delete, duplicate, invert, save and close. Copy, Bosch. And then you are going to be if ignore farm depth greater than or equal to 2.6. Move workers, save, duplicate, invert, script 2.3. Save and close. Why is that not really irrigating much? You've got a worker. You just need to come and fill more water. Okay. So you're going to be prioritized by haulers. So you just basically, you haven't done your job yet. There we go. Right. So this is going to be our job for next time. What we'll start to do let's put in paths. Start to get to the resources that are in here. 3 by, 3 by, 2 by, path, lumberjack, cuts trees, cut all of those, cut all of those, path, wood, lumberjack, you're going to be bots. Yeah, bot. And we'll throw in storage underground pipe for logs. Yep. So we're now very low on pine resin. So the pine resin that we planted, how's this looking? So that's almost full. And that is full. Awesome. So we'll see after 20 days how it's survived. And our farm can be much bigger, obviously, if we need it to be. We have a little problem, folks. There we go. That's sorted. Yeah, we need more pine resin production now. So let's put that here. Because that seems to be holding up our ability to produce treated planks at the moment. So let's put that in. Let's beat you. I'm going to be a bot so you get it done quicker. Come on. Come on, it can't take that long. It's 6 logs that you're chewing through. There we go. Right. You and you can be water sized. Yep. So if we look through now, we're kind of low on planks and gears, but we've been doing big building projects and treated planks, but we're low on pine resin. We're trying to sort that. Scrap metal is still low, but we're not that low on. And the Folktales mine is not great, is it? Do we need to get... We've got enough, but do we need a second mine running? Metal is now increasing, but it's going to take 81 days to be full. Chassis and heads are both low. Heads... It's running at 98% efficiency. I guess we're just churning through making bots. So that's fine. That kind of just is what it is, I guess. We're doing useful things with bots, you know. We need to make our bots more efficient. We'll do that, and then I think we'll call it a video. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we're going to put in 3 printing presses. So we'll prioritize building those. We're going to have 2, I think I said books, but we want punch cards for the bots. And we'll have 1 making books for the beavers for their well-being. Recipe-wise, we need paper and logs up here for that. We've got some log storage, but, you know, more won't hurt. And then we need storage for the punch cards and the books. So planks, paper as an obtain, planks as an obtain, punch cards as a supply, and books as a supply. And then down here, we'll build a storage for books. That is an obtain. We'll have a storage here that is for punch cards. That's an obtain, and then we'll grab that. And we'll stick it next to, I know there's one just there, but I want to put it next to all of the refueling points. Because that seems like a sensible idea to me, or as near as we can, I guess. Let's sacrifice an block of potatoes. What's that for? Planks, gears, okay. Yeah, we'll do that. And in its place, we'll plant in there. Put you there, and you will be punch cards set to obtain. And now we get bots making those at least. Then bots can make bots more efficient, and that'll all be good. You need to be replanted. You are marked to be cut. They just have not got to you yet. For some reason. This area has been cleared out. Are there any maple pastries we still aren't making? But I'm not too worried about that. Earth Recultivator, Carousel is an easy win. Except it needs power. So we need to put that somewhere we have power easily available. So, right, they're all in. So we'll get rid of you. Not you. You, and we'll grab the rules to control you, and we'll give you a storage for pine resin. Okay, you've chopped down all of those trees. Well done. So let's move you to there and there. And now that you can get there, let's move you to there and there. And that'll be great. Thank you very much. And I think, folks, that's going to be it for today. No, it's not. I am not going to fall for the mistake that I have often made in the past and expand my bot capacity without expanding my fuel production capacity. Because I've done that before and it ends badly. The other thing we should do is put in some more storage for Spadadoc. Where can I squeeze? I could put it there. It's not neat, but it'll do a job. It's just because we're not harvesting it all. So that says to me that we need more storage space, and we need to put bots in there so they work more efficiently. Now these guys, in theory, don't need to do anything. And in theory, they shouldn't ever, because this should do it. And I guess they're back up now. Yeah, I guess they're back up now. So these should be quite quickly clearing the sunflowers, I suppose. What might make sense is storage. Excessively large storages for sunflowers set to supply and wheat set to supply. Oh, nice. They've cleared all of those already. Awesome. You can go home. You can go home. And we will throw in a couple more over here. And we can get all of those cleared out. And that'll be lovely. The other thing we will do, just for neatness, because I think these are all dead. And I love that you can now just delete the dead things and the small things without having beavers having to do anything, is that. And that'll be very nice. I think we can do the same with all of the tree stumps. Look at that. So much neater. And we can get rid of you and you, and that'll be good. And yeah, next time we will deal with these. I have a nice little plan for that area, which I think will be fun. I am pondering still if we want a second mine and maybe a second industrial area. I don't know. We could extend the access to the power bank over here and build it in here. And we could get them access off of this. I like that idea, actually. Let me know what you think about another industrial area up here. It just feels, so this, I don't think this original one, or second one, because this was the original one. And maybe we can delete this one. And replace, maybe we could replace this with some well-being stuff then that needs power and keep this little bit of power generation. And build a new industrial area up here, making use of the power. I think that maybe makes sense. But yeah, let me know what you think on that one, folks. But I'm going to call it a day there. Hope you enjoyed that. If you did, click the like button. If you've missed it, go check out my Timberpunk series. It's quite good, I think. It's doing quite well. And yeah, thank you to the patrons and the YouTube channel members. Appreciate your support. If you're interested in that, there are links down below. The patrons get early access to the majority of my videos. And when I ask for input to series, their input carries more weight than the YouTube votes and things like that. And that's it. I will see you guys next time.